Hey everyone, and welcome to the Baxter Building. Today we're talking about that weird and old Fantastic Four cartoon, the one from 1994, and if you're thinking, oh well, I watched that as a kid, you're old, and you're getting older every second. In just a couple weeks, we will see if Fantastic Four First Steps is our first, no caveats, great Fantastic Four movie. The 2000s ones have a little special charm called nostalgia. The 2015 one is mildly okay if you pretend it's not about the Fantastic Four, and quit watching it when they go to space and you pretend it's a short film about a group of scientists dying horrifically. And the 1994 movie has produced beautiful fruits of laughter, like a wise old comedy tree.
Daddy needs to get his rocks off!
The four have also had, while a less infamous, even longer run on TV. Marvel's First Family and First Team have had one show for every member. Fantastic Four 1994, the show, not the movie, was the third attempt at a dedicated Fantastic Four cartoon. And I have a theorem that each of them can be represented by a member of the family. And this show, turning from one show to almost another one entirely halfway through its life into something far more compelling and interesting, is truly the thing of these shows.
No need to fear, they're here, just call the four.
Now, the first thing I always think of when I look at the show is that it looks like one of those animated movies Danny Gonzalez would make a video about. Getting real Titanic The Legend Goes On vibes here, but it gets worse before it gets way better, so the plots are dedicated to the original Lee and Kirby comics in a way that is both impressive and definitely detrimental to the story, while the vibe of it is very early 90s cornball, the kind of cornball era that your older brother would be born in. Ugh. The origin is mostly the same, minus them really wanting to beat the communists to space. Three of the Fantastic Four get incredible life-changing abilities, while Ben Grimm is horrifically scarred, both physically and emotionally.
Look, like Sue said, now I'm just a muscle-bound thing.
There's also an impressive dedication, like to the Lee and Kirby writing, to the weird, confusing shared universe of early Marvel. In Avengers issue, one of them, the panels are broken up on several pages by warnings that the Hulk is coming. Was the Hulk a character, a new series, a hero, a villain? Who knows? All you know is he's the Hulk, and he's coming. And in a way that reminded me of Stan Lee's frankly insane ways of advertising new books, Ben and Johnny at several points will flip on the TV to watch some Iron Man. Is Iron Man a guy? A TV show? Is this the news? Who knows? All you know is they're watching some Iron Man. Most of the episodes, especially in the first season, are adapted from the Lee and Kirby comics. After we see their origin, we meet Namor.
No need to struggle.
Hey man, you can't do that. The Skrulls invade, they fight Galactus, the Skrulls invade again, they fight Doctor Doom. I feel like that's not the right order. Like, fighting God and then some guy you knew in college. They fight Hans Moleman.
Hello, this is Mole Man in the morning. Good Mole Man to you.
But the animation is stretchy hands down the weirdest aspect of the show, the first season at least. The characters and their faces sometimes feel weirdly over-animated and detailed like the Star Wars Holiday Special characters, while environments and events are horribly under-animated. Just, by the way, Batman the Animated Series had been airing for 2 years before this, just for a frame of reference. But my favorite thing about the animation is the decisions that they decided to make. Like, on purpose. In episode 12, Behold the Negative Zone, we meet the bug robotman who holds a special place in my heart, Annihilus. And he has, human pupils. Sometimes Annihilus will have pupil-ish things in the comics, but this turns him from a scary, otherworldly bug robotman to a guy who I kind of feel bad for. Leave him alone, you guys. Come on. Look at his human pupils. Doctor Doom is also hilarious in this first season. The entire cast is hilarious, just by virtue of saying Stan Lee dialogue aloud, but his mask, it just isn't metal, and it makes him so funny. He's like smiling. But you know, Annihilus with pupils, Halloween masked Doom, old British landlady, are these things really weird enough to justify a whole show reboot? No, I don't think so. So, what would be?
This is for you, Melinda. I hope you like it. Yeah. Hey, y'all, they teach this in school. It's not always cool to be cool. What? They try to play you for a fool. Like you see a girl who's...
Season 2 of Fantastic Four 1994 might as well be a new show. New producers, new directors, new writers. After his rap, they even killed the guy that plays Johnny. The only thing that ties it to the old show is that it is still a show for the Fantastic Four. Them and everyone else. The Four are moving from the Baxter Building and into the Four Freedoms Plaza. The old British landlady has been murdered, up the raw baby. And in Season 2, even more than better animation, story, direction, literally better everything except the theme song, is memorable for the Marvel universe that it creates. Daredevil fights Doctor Doom, Iron Man is now no longer a show or the news or something, but a real guy. And She-Hulk is, wow, look at her. What about a She-Hulk show? What if we get that going? The most complete arc the show has is probably the 3-episode Inhumans saga. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Inhumans. You might say I hate them, but I at least do respect how this episode adapts the original comic that introduces Medusa and the Inhumans, and the darker, more heavily shaded animation just looks a lot better. And made after, but aired before the Inhumans saga, Season 2 premiered with And a Blind Man Shall Lead Them, where, as I said, Daredevil fights Doctor Doom. Yeah, you know what? Hell yeah, Matt. But probably my favorite episode out of the whole 25 is To Battle the Living Planet. Hey, while you're here, do you want to liken To Battle the Living Planet, the episode where the Fantastic Four have to battle the living planet? This episode has some of the most impressive and interesting animation of the series. Ego is full of bright, living colors and amazing psychedelic motion. Thor's in this one, but I don't really care about Thor. And you get to see that thing they do in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 animated. You know, the robot hooker. The next episode, and next in the Here's a Marvel Character series, is Prey of the Black Panther. But to be honest, with this episode having one of the weirdest and worst versions of Wakanda I've ever seen, that being a sticks and hut style village with random obelisk computers, I would recommend just watching the Caravan of Garbage from Mr. Sunday Movies on this episode.
You can say one thing about that supervillain. He gives big bang for the buck. What the fuck does that mean?
Not a good joke.
The Hulk has a cameo episode where Doctor Doom gets him to fight the Fantastic Four. And more importantly, the matchup that is destined anytime these characters share a screen, page, erotica happens. The Thing.
Say, get me a big green crepe.
Green versus orange, baby. The good shit. While this show may be a little lame, cheesy, corny, it is only as lame and cheesy corny as the Fantastic Four have always been. Reed is a man way too smart for any comic book writer to write without just making stuff up. Sue keeps the team together, Ben is a mood-swinging man-baby who I love, Johnny is a mood-swinging man-baby who I hate, but we'll get to him. But this show does not get more true to comic books than episode 21, When Calls Galactus. Galactus is one of my favorite Fantastic Four supporting characters. Even more than a villain, he is a force of nature the Four, and especially Reed, have to narrowly avoid through weird cosmic deals and the ultimate nullifier, or, hey, so, I'm sorry, but I'm about to show you the coolest thing of all time, so if you're, like, anticipating anything, like if you want to go on vacation, or, like, witness the birth of your kid before this, I totally get it, just wait, come back here, coolest thing of all time.
Holy smoke!
Am I missing something?
They call me Ghost Rider. I am summoned when innocent blood is shed. And you have shed much innocent blood. Ghost Rider? I thought he was a myth.
Who called them anyway?
Who is this? Who is this ghosted rider? What does he do? Punish those who have shed the blood of the innocent? What's his deal? Where'd he come from? How dare you? Penance stare.
Feel the torment of a billion extinguished souls. Experience the pain of eternal guilt.
This is the distilled experience of picking up a random comic book and meeting a character you have absolutely no prior knowledge of, and hardly any now. You're reading Batman and boom, dead man, and he's gone again. Ghost Rider's cameo is hands down, without a single doubt, my favorite scene from this show. I love the animation, I love his calm but broken up way of speaking, and I just love that they did this. It's so weird. Now, before I get into the one, like, actual issue I had with the show, we're gonna do a new fun thing that I'm doing here where I just go over little bits from the show that I like. It's my idea, and I came up with it.
Little bits.
While they couldn't do the actual origin for Sue Storm's alternate persona Malice due to it being from a miscarriage, yeah, that's right, Gooners. You're getting off to postpartum depression. I like that they still decided to do Malice, but it's kind of crazy that Sue didn't, like, beat Reed after this.
I'm in no mood to put up with your silly drivel!
Come on, Sue, you gotta at least give him the frying pan for that one.
Little bits.
The third to last episode is a clip show, and that is insane, like truly a stroke of mad genius. But I also thought it was about to be an Inhumans episode. So,
Little bits.
Johnny Storm is very annoying, and I do not care for him. Johnny Storm in the comic books, while not my favorite character, is that guy. The flaming heartthrob, friends with the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, one of the most popular superheroes in New York City, an absolute powerhouse. And outside of the comics, Human Torch has gotten some of the best representation in the four. Chris Evans was about to grace us with his beautiful frosted tips before they made him get ugly and bald and shave his head. One of the most gorgeous men on the planet played him at one point, and I think Joe Quinn is going to do really well, and I really like playing him in Rivals. But in the Fantastic Four 1994 cartoon, Johnny Storm is hands down the worst member of the team. I spent a significant amount of time in between seasons 1 and 2 trying to jailbreak my Disney Plus so that I could just delete him from the show. At his best, he's just hanging around either the Baxter Building or the Four Freedoms Plaza and getting into fights with Ben, and at his worst is the other 95% of the time. If Johnny isn't falling out of the sky after going flame off, he's sad about some random girl or this one chick who becomes a herald or Crystal from the Inhumans. Johnny, an Inhuman? Ugh. But besides Johnny not really being himself, this is a great Fantastic Four cartoon. It isn't exactly my thing, it's a little too old and historic and borderline ancient for me, but it is a great Fantastic Four cartoon. It captures the cheesy, corny nature of Lee's writing, the beautiful art of Jack Kirby when the show is at its best, and the shakily interconnected world of early Marvel developing into the universe that this show becomes is pretty cool. And Ghost Rider. Watching this show was a really fun time. It's classic Saturday morning cartoon fun that was really cool to watch while I got ready for the day, ate breakfast, or consumed many poisons while I binged it. Richards is elastic, Sue can fade from sight, I want to kill Johnny, and the Thing just loves to fight. Folks, thank you so much for joining us and me talking about Fantastic Four 1994, the show, not the movie. But that is the video for this week. I'll see y'all next time. I'm so excited for the Fantastic Four movie. But I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.
This is for you, Melinda. I hope you like it. Yeah. Hey, y'all, the troops, this is school.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching that video. If you made it to this point, a double thank you so much. I just realized I forgot to put on rings for this video, but it is what it is. I remembered my clothes. This is like the last thing I'm doing today, so watch the Sharp Eye collection this week is very old and random. I got it many moons ago, but it's this little tin that did have candy in it at one point of Appa and Aang, because I am going on a flight, not tomorrow, it's basically tomorrow, because it's at 4 a.m., like in 2 days. But yeah, I'm heading to New York, gonna go see the Baxter Building and the Four Freedoms Plaza, and like I'm seeing one of my friends who lives there, so like, you know, I'll see her, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, I'm really excited for Fantastic Four, the movie. First Steps, that's it. I don't know, it's a fine subtitle. They could have just called it Fantastic Four. Yeah, I gotta go pack. I'm a little stressed. I haven't been on a plane, like, man, in years. Yeah, I'm a little stressed that I'm gonna get there and they're gonna be like, you can't fly on this plane and we hate you. So I'm gonna try and make sure that doesn't happen. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.